we are live. Hello, everybody. I believe Olivia is going to join me in a sec here. But in the meantime, if you're just logging in, let me know where you're logging in from. Because I always like to know where you guys are at. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here, everybody's rolling in. Hey, Corey. What's up? Hey, Liz. Hi. What's up, Grace? California, Michigan. Okay, so we got some U.S. Australia. Let me know what time it is in Australia, because I don't want to make that calculation, and I feel like it's something ridiculous. I guess it's tomorrow already in Australia, probably. Anthony Lavrov. What's up, bud? All right. Minnesota, cool. New York. Just watched Backstage last night. That's crazy. And sometimes it's like, I find it crazy how long ago Backstage came out. Have you heard of Oregon? I have. I've been to Oregon, actually. And I'm super excited, actually, because I haven't officially announced this yet, but I am going to be announcing, I think, next week on Wednesday. I just made a poster for it today. I'm going on a tour down the West Coast, and I will be stopping in Oregon. So watch out for that. I'll be posting like the links and stuff for tickets. So if you want to come check out that show, that would be sick. I'm going to try and see if Olivia's here. Here we go.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
I'm good. And I'm sorry if
How are
you're
you?
speaking in the background. My dog is decided right now is the perfect.
Well, I'll know.
Exactly.
And you'll know, but nobody else will know whose dog is making noises.
I'm doing good. How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm really excited.
Excited
I
about the
feel
song?
like this is the first time I think I'm featured on someone else's project, so it's really exciting for me, and I really believe in the song, so I'm just so excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually the opposite for me. Like there's a lot of times where I've featured on, a DJ's track or whatever, like someone else's song, but it's not often that I get to like bring somebody into my project, and
Well, that's
you're the only feature
exciting.
on the album.
No, it's such a good song, and we wrote it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's even cooler.
Definitely. Yeah, how long ago did we actually
I think it
write
was
this
2020.
song?
It had to have been. I feel like it was like early on in pandemic. Or maybe, yeah, I think it was 2020.
Yeah.
If not, it was 2021, but it was, I feel like it was forever ago.
Crazy. So potentially
I
like
think so.
almost 3
Which
years
is so weird
ago.
because like half the music that I've written in the last few years is stuff that's still to come out, and it feels like I wrote it like forever ago. It's such a weird feeling. And there goes the squeaking. Oh my god.
There we go.
Maybe you can see him. No? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Buzz.
Yeah. Let's see. This is the real star of the show over here.
So.
Hey, bud.
Yeah.
100%. Well, I'm super stoked for this song to come out because I think it's incredible, and I think people are gonna really like it. Yeah. Why don't you like talk about what Songtime means to you?
I love.
Because I know everyone's like, because when there's 3 writers in the room, it's like everyone has kind of a different like
totally.
personal.
It's funny because I remember we were talking not that long ago, a few weeks ago, about how we don't know who came up and came into the session with the idea. I have no recollection.
No, I feel like if I was gonna guess, I would say it was probably Andrew.
He's amazing. He always comes with all the good ideas, so it probably was definitely him. But
no, totally.
Yes.
I remember he came up up with the guitar line, that bum, that was his thing. I don't know who came up with the main line. I also don't know if we started with that. Like, we might have just, I think we maybe
did
started
start
with the verse.
We started on the first verse.
We didn't come up with the title until later.
Yeah, I usually start with the chorus too, so that was definitely actually, it depends. There's times where I'll start writing and it's oddly at the beginning of the song, and then it'll turn into something completely different. But I love this song because I feel like it really just represents closing chapters and how sometimes in life things are left unfinished, and that can suck. But it doesn't mean that that thing you went through wasn't worth it. And so that's what I love about the song.
Right. Yeah, that's a really cool way of looking at it, actually. Yeah, I think that's kind of like where it's at for me too. It's like, and also just to me, it really relates to like growth, like how, and I mean, I can relate to this with like, you know, relationships that I've been in the past where it's like, at the time it felt a certain way, and like looking back at it now, it's like, wow, I could never feel that way with that person now, because we're two totally different people. But at the time it was like, so, you know, it was so different than it ever could be now, which I think is obviously. I
laugh though when you ask me like, what is it that you relate to? Because I've been in my relationship for such a long time, so like since I was 14. I know, so every time it's a song about a breakup or something, you know, usually like with this song, for example, like couldn't necessarily relate to the message, but I can relate to the fact that I've been in, you know, whether it's romantic or not, in relationships with people that have come to an end, and sometimes it ends really poorly, but looking back on those situations, you grow a lot from them. So I guess that's where I can find my common ground in that.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like, yeah, it's so strange as songwriters too, because like, obviously, I love writing about things that are like 100% like real, and like, you know, I know exactly, it's like all the facts, all the little details in the song are like actually what happened. And I have a lot of songs like that. But also it's like, sometimes we step out and like, it's cool to create a story that may not necessarily be something that you've experienced, but like, you know, we can draw from other people's experiences.
It's so true. And I still write songs about like my 14-year-old breakups before this relationship.
I was gonna ask, have you ever actually had a breakup?
Like, we were one of the things I guess I was gonna talk to you about, like, what was your weirdest, you know, breakup situation? And it was funny because a friend brought up to me the other day, like, my coping mechanism with anxiety and stuff is just to turn my brain off. And so I feel like a lot of like my past I black out. And she said to me the other day, do you remember how that kid in 8th grade broke up with you? And I was like, no. And she reminded me that he had broken up with me. And then he went outside, and I guess he saw my dad, and I think he freaked out. And so he came inside and goes, April Fools. And I don't even think it was April Fools. Like, I knew that it was just like a pity, like, take me back for pity kind of thing. But, oh man, that's probably it. Like, so otherwise, funny. No.
Yeah, I actually did break up with someone on April 1st.
Yeah.
I did not say April Fools because it was very serious and all that stuff. But like, I just thought about it afterwards. I was like, I hope she didn't think that it was a joke.
Especially because like this guy I remember on April Fools would break up with me for an April Fools. But after that incident, I look back and I'm like, were those just like he was actually breaking up with me and then changed his mind? But like, that's 13-year-old, 14-year-old, you know, romance. It's like, you look back and I mean, maybe meaningful at the time, but yeah, it's in the past.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah, I did not have those experiences at that age at all. No, my first girlfriend, I was like,
no way. Well,
I don't know. I think it was in grade 12 or something. Yeah. No, I was just so, you know, into playing music.
Yeah, I feel like I
had no time.
I
or no interest like really.
That, but I also feel like those things inspired a lot of the music. Like, I think back to my first songs, and some of them were about oh my gosh, I think I was 12 when I wrote this song, and it was about a boy that I was just like, I really had a big crush on, and it was called You're My Man. And I remember my mom being like, you're literally 12, like, who's your man? But at the time, like, I just wanted to write
Yeah,
about
no,
such
totally.
adult things, and I hadn't experienced any of them yet.
Yes.
But you know, when you're young and you're in those situations, all those feelings feel so huge. So I guess you could say that if I hadn't experienced those things, my music probably wouldn't have turned out the way it is.
Well, hey, like I wrote a bunch of love songs from like 13 to, you know, 18.
Yeah.
I'd never been in a relationship at all. And I mean, to be fair, a lot of them were shit.
It's so true. Oh man, I look back whenever anyone tells
yeah,
me, hey, I have like your
no,
first record or something, I'm like, why? Oh my gosh, throw it
no,
out. Like, I don't want
don't want to hear
anyone
that.
to know. But at the same time, that was then.
That was
Exactly. See,
then.
full
And
circle.
this is now.
It comes back every time.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know, like, if the audience here has any questions about the release or the song or anything we talked about so far. But if you have questions, drop them in the comments. I know you haven't heard the song yet, other than the snippets that we've posted, but it will be out in like an hour
There's,
and 17 minutes,
oh, that's
I believe. It will be out on Spotify. I don't know when it comes out on Apple Music and stuff. They're all slightly different times, but if you're a Spotify
yay.
user, it's
There's
out
a
very
comment
soon.
that says that you look like Shawn Mendes. How do you feel? Do you get that a lot?
Yeah, it's certainly not the first time I've heard it. It's been the bane of my existence for about 7
thing.
years now, where every single time I post something, someone
Probably
says,
the
"You
first
look like
I thought
Shawn
about you too.
Mendes," and then, which I'm okay. You know what? Not the worst person to be compared to, I would say, but what bugs me is when then people go, just because I
Yes,
look
yeah.
like him, they go, "Oh, you sound like
totally
him as well," and I'm like, no, I don't sound like him. Not that
You're
he sounds
different.
bad; he sounds amazing,
Totally.
but
You're
we don't
definitely
sound the
different artists.
same at all. Yeah, and well, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
you
as
want
an
to
artist, we always
be your
want
own
to be
thing.
unique. You know what I mean? The the worst one, I don't mind when people say like, "Oh, you look like Shawn Mendes," but the worst one that I had was someone said,
That
"Oh, it's
hurts.
the Walmart Shawn Mendes," and I was like,
Oh
"That's not
man,
very
no,
nice." Yeah,
people
I
can
was
be
like,
harsh online. Like, I posted for something for a Kid Leroy
totally.
contest not that long ago, and the Kid Leroy fans are hardcore. You really learn in this industry
Hmm.
that people love to tell you their opinions, which can be good and bad.
Best thing about making this music video together. I think the best part about making the music video is
Yes.
that I actually got to like meet you in person, because we wrote the song on Zoom. You
My
recorded the
apartment.
vocals. I don't know where you
Yeah.
recorded the vocals, actually. You just sent them to me. Yeah, there you go. So you just sent them to me. They sounded amazing. It
I
sounded like,
appreciate
$1
it.
million recording already. Um, but yeah, they dropped into the project so nicely too. I like through, an EQ.
Just to work with people and not be like see them in person.
Yeah.
And so whenever you do, you're like, it's a weird realization the moment you realize, wait, we've like talked a million times but not ever like seen each other's faces. But yeah, that was really fun. And I just thought the whole video in general, like, it was such a chill, nice, fun shoot.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Someone else asked what, I guess this is directed to me, but I'm curious, actually. Says, what other shows were you on besides Backstage? But I want to know, have you ever been on like any
No,
kind of show or anything? Like, you made
wait,
any
no, not that
appearances?
I can think of, other than like
No.
the morning news, which hurts when it's really early in the morning, but
Right.
not like, yeah,
Yeah,
no
they make
TV
you get
shows or
up
anything. You
so
never know.
early. Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't. To answer the question, I haven't been on much other than Backstage. It's been like, well, I shouldn't say that. I've been on other stuff, but nothing as like large as Backstage. Like, I had some small roles in Hallmark movies, and I was technically on Riverdale season 4. And you see, like, I was hired as an actor and everything. I had a part, and you see the back of my head for like 2 seconds. I felt bad because I was telling people, like, "Oh, I'm gonna be on Riverdale. I'm gonna
Hey,
be
at
on
least your hair
Riverdale." And then
looked
you
good.
watch the episode, it's like,
I'm gonna have to go
I'm
back
not
now
in
and like
it.
check all the
They cut
things,
me
like
right
the
out. I have to
Hallmark
go fast.
movies, and look for you in the background.
Yeah, no, it's funny how film and TV works. But yeah, I haven't auditioned for anything in like the last 2 years, but I started like last month, like auditioning again. And anyways, last like week and a half, I've had like so many, like 8 auditions in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and it's been crazy.
Busy,
But
busy,
I'm
crossing
hoping I
fingers.
can book
That's
something.
actually so,
So
you
yeah,
will get it. And it's actually
maybe more
something
stuff
it
soon.
reminded me of during the shoot when we were taking the cover art photo at the end. I remember laughing because I have a really hard time staring into people's eyes and not laughing. And I just remember like
Yeah.
we had to be kind of serious. And I asked you like, how are you so good at this right now? And you're like, acting class. I'm like, oh God, maybe I need to take up acting class to learn how to look into people's eyes. But
well, because it's something that they make you do in an acting class where you like just have to sit and like look at somebody in the eye and
so
like
awkward.
sit there in it, because it's so uncomfortable for most people, right? It's like you have to sit there and just like not say anything, and it's like super awkward.
Well, I
at first,
think
but
something like I remember
just,
when I
like,
was
kinda,
14 or 15, I had someone come to my house to work on, it was like stagecoach, to work on that kind of stuff. And I wonder if that experience, just because I was so young and felt so awkward looking into this person's eyes, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I wonder if that's why, like, ever since my whole adult life, I have a hard time with like long periods of eye contact. Yeah,
like
who knows?
interesting. Yeah. Who knows? Someone said, love the clip of your new song. Oh, Kim said, love the clip of your new song. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, I'm really excited for people to hear this one.
Me too. I think it's going to be really fun, and I feel like a lot of people will resonate with it.
Yeah. Someone said, didn't you have a girlfriend recently? I do currently, yes. She's amazing. She's actually on. She was
the second time I've seen that comment. That's funny.
But oh yeah, no, I definitely do. Yes, and she's amazing. The song's not about her, obviously. Well, partly because we wrote it long before I met her, but also because it wouldn't make sense. I'm obsessed with your song. Awesome. Oh, I can't wait
I'm so excited.
for this to drop. It's coming out really
reactions
soon.
To it. That's the best part of this stuff.
Oh, totally. Okay, the lighting's gonna get back to here for a sec. I know Sarah sent us like, oh, it's not that bad actually. Sarah sent us some like questions.
Oh gosh, yes.
Rapid
Do you have them in front of you? Okay.
Well, I'm gonna try and pull them up. Then we'll see.
Yeah, because I forgot my laptop.
What? Got you. Okay, hold on. I should have been much more prepared for this, but as you can see, I'm still in my day job.
My everyday. Uniform. I don't wear this every day, but I mean, I wear like a hoodie every day because you work from home. You gotta be comfortable.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't wear a hoodie every day? That's the way to go. That was then. Oh no. Here it is. Oh, I found it. Yeah, no, this is like.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I work at a gym.
That's so funny.
So this is. Yeah, so this is like I'm still in like workout clothes / work clothes. Yeah, which is hilarious because like I always say this to people because like I was a good student in school. Like I got very good marks. Straight A's except for phys ed. Like gym class, I always got like lower grades in gym class, and I was like, I guess it was because I wasn't super competitive, but anyways, I find it very ironic. I feel like that's usually how it goes as a coach. Yeah, but the reason I'm bringing it up is because y'all who are watching this need to blow up the song, tell all your friends about it, so that I don't need a day job anymore.
Please, that would be so
that we don't need day jobs.
Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about because this is my day job. But for you, I hope, because it's a nice thing to be able to fully, dive into something 100% of the time when you love it.
100%, yeah. And I mean, it's a good like situation. It's very flexible, and I do music most of the day, but it's and I like coaching. It's like super fulfilling. To see people's like progress and stuff. Like I'll watch people come in, they're new to the gym and like they don't know how to do anything, and their conditioning is really low, and then in just a couple months like you can see massive amounts of progress, which is really awesome. Okay, rapid fire questions. You ready? What was your favorite part about
my favorite part? I think on the production side, to just hear what you, like, I already knew you were good at it, but just to hear what you did with the song, that really impressed me and made me want to have you work on some other stuff. So.
Cool. Awesome. My favorite part about working with you is just like the song we wrote so quickly. It was so smooth. And then like, yeah, the workflow in terms of like me as a producer, like the vocals you sent were perfect the first time. Like, I didn't have to do anything. And they just like sat right into the song. And like, you know, I think there was like, oh, I need like a couple more things, send you an email. It was like back in a couple of days. It's just like so easy to like, and the song
So
turned
much,
out like, I
but
think it was one of
I
my
jam
favorite
out to
songs
it in the
ever.
car, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think that there are other songs where I'm like, you know, they're super personal to me and all these things, but like when this song comes on, there's something about it to
Yes.
me that feels very pro. And I don't know what it is. And not that I don't feel like all the other songs that we do are professional, but like this one, for there's something
Totally.
about it that's like,
And I feel
you
like
know,
too with
sounds top
Canadian
40 to
radio,
me.
like I
I don't
see
know.
there, like every year there's a new like male female duet that comes out that kind of blows up for the summer, for the year, and I'm like, what if maybe that's why I feel so good about this song. What if it's our turn?
Totally. Okay, you know what, the idea that I had, which we probably shouldn't do, but for promoting it, just because I'm getting, you know, I get comments all the time, you look like Shawn Mendes, you look like Shawn Mendes. To me, the song actually sounds like if Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello were to do a duet now
So true.
in their current situation. I was like,
You're
it would
right,
be
it
this
would
song.
be.
So there's a TikToker, super gimmicky TikTok right there. Okay, hold on. Okay, was working with me what you expected?
Yeah, like I feel like I already knew coming into it in a good way, like how awesome you were gonna be, and shooting the video was just fun because I already knew you. Like it was a very comfortable setting, and I feel like in these kind of situations they can be stressful, and we just had a lot of fun, and it was awesome.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, I totally agree. And like it was, I don't know if you know this, but like I was going to write with Andrew that week or whatever, and I messaged him like a few weeks before and was like, hey, because I knew who you were, but we'd never met. But I obviously saw him posting about you and stuff, and I was like, hey, I really want to write with Olivia. Like, you know,
I'm so
can you
glad
set
he
it up?
did.
So I like, yeah, no, me too, 100%. Did I do anything annoying
No.
when we were working
Not
together?
that I can think
of. Oh, we already kind of covered this. You could talk about any of your own funny / bad breakup or date stories.
I'd love to hear it.
I have a bad date story. One time I was like, I didn't think it was a date. I don't know if she thought it was a date either, but I kind of got that vibe. Anyways, there's this person that I knew from like, you know, end of like elementary school, and then it had been a few years, and she was like, hey, let's grab sushi or something. I was like, sure. So we grabbed sushi, and then she was like, and I just thought it would be like catch up, whatever, eat dinner, and then I'd be able to go home. Like the new season of Stranger Things had just come out or whatever, and I was like, I'm gonna watch that. Yeah, that was like what I was looking forward to for my evening. And anyways, she was like, like, let's go for bubble tea. You like bubble tea? And I was like, no, I hate bubble tea. And she was like, oh, come on, like you haven't tried whatever. And I was like, she was like, you didn't think we were just gonna like, go for sushi and that was it?
Yes, I did.
And I was like yeah, I kind of did.
Oh man.
And she was like, no, I'm taking you for bubble tea. I was like, fine. I'm also like a person. No, I didn't like it. But I'm also the kind of person that like I like going to bed early. You know, like I'm not a late night. Like I'm in bed like 9:30, asleep by 10 o'clock. You know, and she's like, oh, like you gotta like stay up. Like you're not. You're such an old man. Like you're gonna. I'm like, why are you? Exactly. And so, anyways, then somehow she convinced me to like go to this like park, which was like a forested park. And I was like, I don't want to do this. But and I was driving. So anyways, she ends up convincing me to take her to this park. And then she like plays music on the way there, and it's like something about like killing someone in a forest. And I was like, why are you playing this song right now? And then anyways, then we're like, well, I just want to go home at this point,
That's
and I'm kind of pissed
terrifying.
off. And then she ends up stealing my keys out of my pocket because they have like a big tag on them. She like pulls my keys. She says, "Now you can't go home," whatever. And I was like, okay, I actually got like mad.
Sounds like a horror story.
And that was it.
I love that
Yeah.
story.
Anyways,
No, I
not
would probably
the best
think
date.
like I was about to be murdered. So I really
100%. Yeah.
love it.
So there you go. That was my bad
I love
date, kind of date, not really date story. Okay, talk about your relationships, how they started,
Do you want to
and
go
how
first?
they
Do you
are
want me
now.
to go?
Yeah, that was then, this is now kind of thing. Well, mine's not as long as yours, but it's been a little while now. It's been almost, well,
That's amazing.
yeah, kind of almost 2 years. Yeah,
No
so
way.
we actually met on Tinder.
I love these stories.
Yeah, people always are like, what? Yeah. So I wanted to date, and it was kind of like COVID-ish, but like, you know, we could go out and stuff. But like, I wasn't doing anything where I was like, I wasn't really going that many places. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try Tinder. And like a bunch of people were like, no, like, don't even bother. Like, it's not, you won't find anything on there. Because I'm not just looking for like, you know, casual. Like, I wanted a girlfriend. So anyways, I went on it anyways. I was like, you know what? I know that if I like manifest the person that I'm looking for, and I also like make it very clear in like my bio and profile, it's like, this is the person that I am. If you're not down with that, then like, don't swipe on me, you know? So yeah, so that's what I did. And then Jenny, my girlfriend, she was not even on it to like meet anybody. She was just like, I don't know, what she told me was that she was
see what's
kind of
out
just
there.
on it to like, yeah, and like her friends
No
convinced
way.
her to do it while they were like in Kelowna, and just to like message people and mess with them, and just have weird conversations. So we ended up matching, and she told me she was like literally this close to deleting it. And we ended up matching, and her profile said, like, because she was taking a business program at BCIT, she said, future business and women in the making, send me your pitch. And so I went on I went on Google, and I looked up how to format like a business pitch. And then I followed that format in like pitching.
Amazing.
So I was like, you know, a meeting that can be referred to as a date where we will consume beverages like coffee or tea, and you know, talk about the possibility of working together, something like that. And it was a big paragraph or whatever. And she was like, that was very impressive. And we had a little conversation, and then we ended up going out. She was not going to go out. And then I just wouldn't take no for an answer. I was like, I'm taking you out for coffee.
That's amazing.
Anyways. Yeah, and it's funny too, because like I had like another date scheduled or whatever, and then we went on our date, and I canceled it the other day.
That's so cute.
I was like, nope, this is it. I don't need to go on that other one. So yeah, and now it's been like over a year and a half, and so that was then. The now is
I love it.
very hard to believe
that we
met on Tinder. Yeah, that's the real contrast. It's like, you know, very, very strange that we were just like met online, like didn't really, there were the few people that we kind of have mutual connections with, but like
it's amazing. So random. Perfect.
So yeah.
Oh, my turn. Feels like I'm an old lady. It was so long ago. I know. Oh my gosh, it's so funny to talk about because I feel like I've probably told this story so many times now.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
I know. Okay if I ask
I'm like acting like I'm so old. I'm almost 23 this coming month.
Okay, so we're like the same age.
Oh, there you go.
You're like a few months older than me. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I turned 23 in August.
23. Oh my god. Okay. My brain.
Yeah.
I love it.
2000 dating.
Yeah, I think I was in 8th grade. I had just turned 14. and he was my sister's friend. And I remember he had come over, and my sister was, I think, trying to set him up with one of her friends, if I'm correct. This is how I remember the story. But he was not, it just wasn't a match. So he had come inside where I was sitting with my dad watching basketball, and I didn't watch basketball, but because I was sitting there, he thought like, oh, this girl's into basketball. Like, that's cool. So I sat there for a while. We kind of talked a little bit. And then after that, she had found out and was like not happy about it. But at the time she was also in another relationship. So she was like, you know, like it's their thing. So she was just off in love and doing her thing, and eventually let it slide. But I think she thought it was weird that I had like gone for one of her friends. But we've been together since, and now we live together in Kelowna, and hopefully we'll move somewhere cool. I want to go to Nashville. That's the goal. We'll see. But yeah, long time.
Yeah.
I know.
Crazy.
I know. And that's why I say I feel like an old lady, because you were talking about going to bed early. Like, we love just like watching TV and going to bed. Like, I went to the Junos not like a few weeks ago, and man, I have not stayed up that late that many days in a row ever. And so I slept for like 2 days when I got back. So I definitely value my sleep.
Yeah, for sure. What I think is funny is like I feel like so many people, like I felt like such an outsider as that kind of person like a couple of years ago or a few years ago, but since like 2020 I feel like a lot more people are like that now than used to be. They're more like, let's just stay in, you know, order pizza or whatever, watch a movie. I think people are definitely more into that.
And you save money. Going out is expensive. That's the one thing. Dating is expensive. Yeah, I meant. Okay, another thing I just thought of too is in the video that I thought was funny was that not a lot of people will know this unless I say it, but my siblings are like the friends in the video, which was so random and so funny. So if you know, you know. If you don't,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then Andrew, so our co-writer who helped us write the song, who also like, I was going through my album the other day, and he's written like,
no way. That's amazing.
I think half of the songs with me.
Awesome. Yes.
But anyways, he's in the background as well. I love it. He's one of the like coffee dealers.
Totally.
And his girlfriend.
And Lee, who shot the video, his wife was there too. You gotta use it's funny when, especially when you're shooting in like the small town, people are so lovely about volunteering their time to come and help out or loan you spaces and whatnot. So that was kind of a fun thing too, is we're shooting this video. Yeah, we're all also like kind of hanging out. So I felt like I was able to like be goofy and have fun, but also, you know, do the job that we're there to do.
No, for sure. 100%. Yeah, and I feel like I loved filming in Vernon, right? Because like you don't get that like where we can just go into a coffee shop or whatever and like don't like
there's too many people.
There's no way. There's way too many people that are trying to get.
Totally. That's what I love about Vernon. I think it's such a nice little city, and I grew up there shooting videos around there, and everyone has just been so supportive of everything. And that's one thing I love about living in a small town, is that the people, you know, around are kind of there with you from the beginning, supporting you. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Cool. One more question, which we just got here, and then I think we'll log off. What are your guys' favorite movies?
Oh my gosh, this is a hard one. This isn't one movie, it's like a bunch, but Marvel, like literally anything in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I watch it in order many times a year. But it's my like calm time, you know?
So here's my follow-up question though. How do you feel about the latest like phase?
Okay,
phase 4?
I don't know if people are gonna kill me for this, but I did not like Thor or Doctor Strange, the last two. Am I the only one?
Okay. Thor, I think Doctor Strange, I was okay with it, but I was like, whatever. Thor, Love and Thunder was one of the worst
even just the
movies
animation,
I've
like
ever seen.
I mean, maybe we have high standards now, but everything that they were doing, all the little details, that it's kind of like I don't know, it's like their little Easter eggs that they hide and everything's so good, but even the animation was like the first thing I had noticed while sitting there. And I had this moment, I'm like looking around at everyone around me that's with me, like, are they noticing too, or is it just me? Yeah.
Yes. Like it looked
I know.
really proppy.
I feel bad saying that.
The whole thing, like props, like stage props. I was like, yeah, I know. And this is coming from like,
So
the
good.
last one,
See,
Ragnarok,
that one
was one of my favorite movies.
so good. I know. So I don't know.
Incredible. And I feel like they were trying to go in that
I
direction,
agree.
but
Someone
more,
said
and they just pushed it too
WandaVision
far.
is their favorite.
It
I
was
didn't.
like,
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That's the only one I didn't see. I
oh,
know.
WandaVision.
I'm a little
Yeah,
bit like
it's a show. Yeah, I did watch it and I really liked it. I think it was quite good. But the whole multiverse thing, I feel like it's like they're kind of wrecking it, because if anything can be undone and characters can be brought back, there's no consequences.
I agree with you.
It just it feels like it's not
especially like
anymore.
Tony Stark is he's my favorite Avenger, and like.
But you know what? I guarantee, like, well, I don't guarantee, but I heard someone talking about this and being like,
I don't know how I feel about that, because as sad as I was to
back.
see him go, I feel at the same time like it was a perfect ending. If they bring him back, it's a kind of a joke now.
It was.
I know. Oh man, please don't.
Wrecks it. Yeah, totally. Was like Star Wars. I grew up on Star Wars, especially the prequels, because that was my era, and I just love Star Wars. And there's so much good content coming out now. It's funny because
I know
that was then, this is now. I'll watch the movies again and I'm like, the movies are okay. I still love them because of what they are, but I can look at them and go, yeah, there's some really campy dialogue in there. But some of the content they're coming out with now is so good.
I love
the Andor series, so good.
Did you
Mando,
like the Obi-Wan series? I loved it. I thought it was so good.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was so good. Yeah.
I know.
It was just so great.
No, they do a good job, and I love when a show can bring something back and make it feel just as powerful and make you feel as many things as you did, the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. It really brings me back to my childhood. And like I watched the like behind the scenes one that they did for the Kenobi show, and like when he and Hayden Christensen like
I love that.
set.
And my favorite story about Hayden Christensen getting that role is that when he had booked it, he was living in Vancouver at the time, and he walked out of the room where he was on the phone and saw his friend, his roommate, and he goes, I booked the role, and his friend's like, what? And then he just goes and just, oh my god, puppy. Wait, is this a new puppy? No, because last time I saw you, we were talking about puppies. Oh my gosh, so cute.
Yes.
This is what you wanted too, right?
Hello, this is Ollie. Yeah.
So cute.
This is Ollie. Hello.
Oh my god.
Don't bite me.
Oh, nipping. Oh, that's not nice. No.
Oh, it's not. But you just had a bath.
You can't show me puppies. It's dangerous. They're so cute.
I know.
Aww.
Yeah. So anyways.
Look at Sarah just said,
I think you're 10 weeks old. 9.5.
That's so funny. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
She's so cute.
Wow.
Oh, hi. Yeah. Oh, the eyes. Oh.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
What's up, Ollie? How you doing? Oh. He is. Yeah. So he's a King Charles Cavalier.
Adorable.
He won't get very big though. He'll be like
small dog life is fun. It's nice to I know people who have big dogs and I love them, but man, it's a different lifestyle. Yeah. Aw.
Oh, totally.
My dog's climbing on me.
No, 100%.
Oh, well, thank you, Josh.
There you go. Oh.
It was so much fun.
Oh, thank you.
This is my first time going
awesome.
live, so
and,
I'll have to do this again because it was fun.
Absolutely, yeah. For those of you watching, thank you so much. The song comes out in less than an hour, in like 48 minutes. So stay tuned for that. The music video will also drop on YouTube at that time, okay, in 48 minutes on my YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys really like the song. Make sure you share it with all of your friends. And
Yeah, thank you.
let's
Thank you
blow this
guys.
up.
Bye, Josh.
All right.
See you later.
Cheers,
Bye.
everybody. Thank